say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you could sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C-notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. I need a pack of them snaps, a handful of Fetty Wops, and rubber band on my greenbacks. Look, dawg, don't be playing with my paper. I need every red cent, that's why I brought my little scraper. You don't know me, homie, I rob my own neighbor with a clock around my neck with a style that's so flavor. Give me the loot is just an understatement. I'm about to take your bank and put it in my basement.
Make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money.
Say take money, money, take money, money, money.
Take money, money, take money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. The root of all evil, I don't agree with that. It's hard to do when you riding around with 10 racks. Golden Arches, St. Louis, I'm the Big Mac. St. Petersburg, Russia, you can find it on the map. I'm so cold I can spit the snow. That's why they call me Nitro with the nicest flow. On the real, man, I hate it when they call me bro. It's getting on my nerves like these bills and these haters, yo. Chill, a grown man with a loaf of bread. I keep a stack of Benjis right under my bed. Check it, my shoebox is the stash spot. I used to keep my scratch at my dad's house. I got a deadline, so I need the cake. I need a plan, so my duck is gonna try to escape. Yeah, I'm always looking for the currency, a large amount, call it a pretty penny. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
We are pumping. We are getting a massive pump. SPF, Carlos. Look.
I don't care, we're getting a big pump. Oh, I'm not gonna finish that joke. Anyways, what's going on, fellas? Happy Wednesday. Let's go, baby. Early morning stream today, as I got a party to attend. It's actually a party for me. Who would have known? What's going on, Automatic Beats? Marcellus, Frank, Joel, Bjorn. Bitcoin CEO resigned. Don't be spreading FUD. Don't be spreading FUD, even though I'm the FUD master lately. Don't be spreading FUD. There ain't no CEO being resigning, okay? Let's not be doing that. Where's my Lambo? Should we play the pump song, guys? I don't know if we should. I guess, you know what? Let's do it. F it. You know, you got to take the $500 pumps when they come. All right, so we're going to start the stream with the pump song, even though I think it's worthy? Not really. But, you know, I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it for you guys, man. You know, you guys deserve it. Ah, beautiful coffee. Beautiful coffee, man. You already had a few days ago? Every day's my birthday, man. Listen, it's your world. Every day's your birthday. You want it to be today your birthday? Say it's your birthday today. What's a birthday anyways? You know what I mean? Days are made up human things. You know? Days are made up human things. Weeks, months, all made up human things. You could say a day is a whole year, right? So technically today's my birthday, tomorrow's my birthday, every day's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Lake said, oh great, Jordan is on. Time to crab. You already know what it is. I always hop on right at resistance. It always starts, and then it starts dumping after I get off. Every time. Anyways, guys, let's talk some Bitcoin. So a little bit of a pop today. It was kind of like one of those little twat pops. You know what I mean? One of those little twat pops. Back up to this 26.8 level, which we've had a couple points of resistance there at times, right? We look back over here in August, twice. Right here back in September before we got a little bit of a drop before we moved higher. Now we're back at this 26.8 level. We actually took out These two little previous highs took those out. So now we're back where we kind of were, I guess, last week, right? So 26.8, I still consider this more of a range than anything. I kind of like this 26.8 is kind of like the range highs. 25.2 is kind of the range lows. We're kind of back to the range highs. So not really too much really going on just yet. If we can break through this, so I think there's a little bit more to talk about, and then we probably could test this downtrend of resistance right here, 27.2 maybe. But good start for BTC. As you're seeing, stock market futures getting a little bit of a bump up today. Not surprised. S&P's at a little bit of support, so you probably see a short-term bounce. I still think those are bearish, in my personal opinion. Still think those are going down. Same thing with Bitcoin, but I could see a little bit of a move up, because if you look at the S&P, after S&P got a pretty big dump yesterday. I actually was not expecting that big of a dump yesterday for the S&P, but in one day you actually reached all the way down to this previous high from August. So it's a little bit of support for stocks. Could they get a little bit of a bump up? Yeah. Could that help Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin's been holding. So could that allow Bitcoin to get a little bit of a pop? Yeah, it could. But does that really change the bigger picture? No. For me, right? Frick Fractal, he said it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, man. Who has a party on a Wednesday? Only your boy. Only your boy has a party on a Wednesday, man. Happy birthday, everyone. It's everyone's birthday today. Guys, get the spirit back up. Bath was saying this in the chat. There was more people watching crypto in November after the FTX dump than there is now. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The only people watching anything is about the BitBoy drama. I'm going to say this, guys. I'm done with the BitBoy drama. It's so old now. It's old. It's overplayed. I'm so sick of that shit. It was like when the FTX shit happened, where everyone was just talking about it nonstop, and I was just so sick of it. Like, we get it. We get it, man. No more of that shit for me. I'm sick of that shit by now. At this point, it was entertaining at first. Now it's just old. Crypto shock. Bass said they sold the bottom. No. I think, what it is mostly is, I think, what I think it is, and I think this happens a lot of times, that I've been trying to harp this on, is the altcoin market typically does not move like people want. So what happens is people start getting depressed, bored, because the altcoin market's not moving. You might have Bitcoin moving up, but the altcoin market doesn't move up. But I think a lot of people fall into the trap of sort of going all in on the altcoin market, right? When it's not the right time to go all in on the altcoin market. You can buy altcoins, that's fine. But going all in on the altcoin market at the wrong time can make you pissed off, right? And leave, right? And I think that's what happens. It's not really Bitcoin that makes people leave the crypto space. It's not really Ethereum that makes people leave the crypto space. It's the altcoin market, because they get you hyped up, right? You want Moon Lambo tomorrow. You want that 50X. But we talked about this the other day. Altcoins, don't go. I want you to put this in your head. Stop thinking something else different is going to happen just randomly. Stop thinking that altcoin just going to pump 50X for no reason. Okay? It's not going to happen, fellas. Altcoins don't go parabolic. Okay? Parabolic. They can go up. Right? They can do a 50% move. But you ain't in this for 50% move. They're not going to go parabolic until Bitcoin starts getting really hyped up and it gets close to all-time highs. Just if there's anything you take from today's stream, get that in your head, because it's going to help you not get your hopes up. And then you get depressed when it doesn't happen, right? Stop watching the altcoin season video. Stop watching the 50X Moon Lambo video. Stop watching XRP to $139 in 3 months videos. It's not going to happen, man. They ain't going to go parabolic until Bitcoin gets close to all-time highs. And I think that's the main reason why people get super pissed off, is because they're expecting Moon Lambo randomly, polka dot to do a 20X tomorrow out of nowhere for no reason. You know what I mean? And that's just not how the crypto market works typically, right? So I think that's the biggest reason. It's not Bitcoin. It's not selling or buying at certain levels. It's having the hopes killed every single time when the altcoin market starts to move up a little bit. You're thinking it's altcoin season, and then it goes lower. And it just constant beating down that takes people out of this market. I think that's the thing. But if you just, no problem with DCAing, that's fine. But don't get your hopes up yet, because it's not the time. It's not the time, fellas. It's not the time yet. Bass said there is no altcoin halving. That is true. That is true. Altcoins run off Bitcoin, guys. And as soon as you realize that, the more you're just not going to have your hopes up with the altcoin market, right? Altcoins run off Bitcoin's schedule, right? That's just what it is. What's going on? On a side note, my worms are doing well. Keith, what do you got? What do you got worms, man? Where do you got these worms at, bro? I don't know. What's going on, Smiles? Hope you have a smile on your face today, man. It's a good day today, guys. It's a good day today. You know, let's talk some Bitcoin though. Let's talk some Bitcoin. On a relevant note, it's not raining today, so I think that's maybe why you actually can see the sun today. It's not cloudy. You know, it's not cloudy today, which you just take that by itself that it's not cloudy today just makes today such a better day. You know what I mean? Anthony B said your smile on the queue is no homo, no cap. Thank you, Anthony. I don't know why you're being so nice to me today. You're probably gonna ask for an altcoin chart. I can already see it now. Anthony's next comment. Jordan, can you check out Rune? I can already see it now, man. It's cloudy, dude. It's been cloudy up here for a week straight, raining, just raining. I'm not even kidding, guys. It's just been raining for a week straight. Maj, hasn't it been raining for a week? Non-stop? Non-stop. Yep. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Stop thumping the table. You're waking up my dog. I'm not thumping the table. Something else is going on.
Rant alert.
That's good. I'm kidding. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Chewy? Good to see you, Chewy. All right. So let's talk some stuff. So, I think the biggest thing right now is, okay, we're seeing Bitcoin start to get a move up. Okay, but I have to keep the reins in. Okay, this move up is great, and I think this move up can last for Bitcoin. I want to make this clear. Bitcoin, not all coins. This move up for Bitcoin can last as long as the S&P continues to get a bounce, because this point right here on the S&P, right? So you notice how Bitcoin's kind of just been hovering here until the S&P has made its way all the way back down here. But this is a big point right here. This is that August high on the S&P, right? So August high. We've also done the S&P. We actually come and filled that gap right here that we've talked about, that June gap. We've finally done it, right? I've taken a little bit of my stock market shorts out, right? I've closed a little bit of those because I think there's a possibility that this can get a bounce from here because this is a major level on the S&P, right? So as the S&P could get a bounce here, you actually get a little bit of bullish divergence too. If you look, you see you got lower lows on price, slightly higher highs on the RSI. So you get a little bit of bullish div on the S&P. I think that you could get a little bit of a bounce, maybe retest this level here. That little bit of a bounce on this could hold up Bitcoin to give it maybe a little bit of juice. You've already seen a little bit of juice to maybe come and test this downtrend line and make a lower high, right? I still think it's going to be a lower high. Okay, I think this is forming some sort of like descending triangle, but I think it's going to come up, make a lower high, and the S&P bounce could help Bitcoin get a lower high. But you know, it's still the same thing, and I'll continue to harp on the same thing. Is these weeklies keep doing crazy shits, man. It's like bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle. I still think Carlos, okay? Carlos, which is him right here, is still going to take a shit on us at the bull market support band. He's done it twice. You've seen the 2 times we came in here, we couldn't even last 2 seconds in here, right? It's like a virgin having sex for the first time, right? He tries to go in a little bit of a cloud, right? And he loses it after 20 seconds. He just instantly farts down, right? He comes in, he farts down. He comes in, he farts down. You know, like it's your first time, you know? And, you know, that's okay. Right? That's okay because you're seeing Carlos on the toilet. You know, it is what it is. Maybe you only want to last 20 seconds. But, yeah, you got that right here, right? So I still think this is going to act as a major resistance level. Could you come into it again? Yeah, you could. Right, but I don't see this breaking on a weekly close. I still think this is ultimately going to be resistance, and we're gonna come down because I still think the stock markets are going to come lower. They could get a short-term bounce, but I think you know, those are going to go lower, and that's going to lead Bitcoin to go ultimately lower. And ultimately, the dollar, which it just continues to moon today, up another 0.25%, I think is in classic Wyckoff. Now, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. This dollar right here, at some point, it's going to find resistance like over in this range. This phase where it does like the SOS phase in here like this could lead to maybe some sort of like risk rally, right? Something like this could lead to maybe that like a small altcoin bounce where it gets everyone's hopes up again. Because think about it right now. The altcoin market's just been slowly bleeding out, right? It's not like these fast moves. We haven't seen that fast move that gets everyone afraid that usually marks the lows. It's just been that slow bleed that's been brutal, right? I think whenever the dollar hits a high and you get that SOS retest to these highs, this could be the point where you start to see that a little bit of an altcoin, like a real altcoin squeeze, right? Maybe 20, 30, 40% altcoin squeezes across the board before the dollar ends up going higher in the inevitable Wyckoff here. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I think we got a little bit of time for that. The issue I have right now, though, on the Bitcoin chart and the altcoin charts in the media, like right now, is the chain link. The chain link indicator, man. It's been undefeated the last year and a half. What's going on, Drew? Wait, did they change? Did YouTube change the? Why? I don't understand why these companies are doing this. Can I have a rant real quick?
Rant alert.
I'm gonna be Mike for this rant. This is ridiculous, man. What the hell?
GM. That is Papa, and is Daddy.
What the Why the hell is YouTube keep changing this shit? Why is it not a box? Why are they cutting the damn corners on the damn super chats? What is this shit? Christ, man. You guys ever notice these social media companies, bro? They don't do boxes anymore. I don't know what it is. You guys notice this? The thumbnail videos aren't boxes anymore. They're like little freaking circles. Now, this is throwing me off. Now the super chat box is not a box. It's turning into a circle. I noticed this. The social media companies hate rectangles and squares. They're all going with the damn circles for everything. I don't like it. I like rectangles, man. You know, I like rectangles. Sue me for liking rectangles. You know? God. You know why I probably like rectangles? Because they're nice and even. And I'm an even person. You know? I like things a certain way. You know? A circle. I don't want the damn circle, man. Bring back the rectangles. I swear, man. I swear. Your new stepdad Jordan fully capitulated? Oh no, I'm just in Bitcoin and ETH. I told you I'm not going to sell my spot BTC because I know there's a chance that the reason why the stock market goes down is it could be a banking crisis, and that's going to pump up Bitcoin. So I'm just in Bitcoin and ETH. But yes, you could say that I have fully capitulated the altcoin market. Yes. Bass said, Drew, my son, bless you, child. Bless you, Drew. Bless you, Drew. Bless you, Drew. Everyone's mad at me. Here's the thing I notice about this space, right? Here's the thing I notice about this space. You know, and I guess I've been like this before too. And I guess the last couple of years have taught me, like, it's important to listen to both sides, right? Listen to the bullish case, listen to the bearish case. You know, what I notice with people is people like to listen to what they want to hear. Not, like, you can make good cases for a bearish case or a bullish case, but if it's not what someone agrees with, people get mad and angry. And I've sort of said this. That is thinking based off emotions. Don't think based off emotions, okay? You got to take the charts, take the data, take what's going on, and don't think based off emotions. Because I've noticed since I've been kind of bearish, people have getting mad at me, you know, saying stuff in the chat. And you guys, the markets go up and down, right? The markets go up and they go down, you know? You might disagree with me. And I've always said, if I'm wrong, that's cool, man. I've been wrong many times. I've been wrong many, many times, right? So many times, actually. That's cool. If I'm wrong, that's cool, man. you know? But I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm the one up here talking live, who, if I'm wrong, I have to deal with you guys trolling me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I'm not afraid to come up here live and tell you guys how I think. You know, that's the one thing with this space is people get butthurt if they're bullish and you're bearish, they get butthurt. If they're bearish, you're bullish, they get butthurt. You know, it's like, guys, relax. It's a market. There's a winner and a loser. You know what I mean? If everyone won, that would be great. But unfortunately, everyone doesn't win in this market. Everyone doesn't win. That's a market. That's the world. If everyone won in the world, it wouldn't be a world. It would be the end of the world already. There's winners and losers and everything in the world, you know? It is what it is. Don't put money in your mouth. Yeah, true. Or socks. Or socks, Beth. Or socks. You know what I'm saying?
Rant alert.
Or socks, man. You know? Or socks. You know? Let's see. Rico said, never forget the socks. That is true. That is true, man. RSR. They go sideways. True. True. Or you can listen to someone who just thinks we're going to go sideways. Which I said, like, you know, people are getting mad at me for being bearish on altcoins, but like, dude, look at the chart. You know what I mean? Like, that's been the correct thing for 2 years. Man. But for Bitcoin, I've said this, like, I'm not really bearish on Bitcoin. I'm not really bearish on Bitcoin. Yeah, do I think it's going to go lower at some point in the next 6 months? Yeah, but am I bearish? Not really. I just think it's going to be the stock market that takes it lower at some point. You know? That's all I think. I've told you guys this. I think Bitcoin's going to stay in between 20 and 40K into the halving. It's not going to reward the bulls, and it's not going to reward the bears. It's not going to do either. It's not going to give the bulls the price they want to sell, and it's not going to give the bears the price they want to buy. It's going to stay right in this little zone until the halving. Why? Because that's what it's always done. That's what it's always done, right? There really isn't any reason to be looking at anything different. And realize that during this phase and the last 2 cycles, altcoins continued to go lower, right? Even though Bitcoin didn't really go much lower, the altcoins continued to go lower. And I showed you guys the chart the other day. I'm not just making this up. You know what I mean? It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not really bearish, though. Like that's the thing. I'm more bearish on the stock market than I am Bitcoin. Right? And it feels weird to say that because usually they go hand in hand, you know? But, okay. The rarest commodity on earth is a Taylor Swift pre-COVID fart jar. That is true. That is true. But dude, people pay. And listen, I actually know some people that will pay this. People pay over $1,000 to sit in the back row of a Taylor Swift concert. Someone, bro, in the age of easy money, okay? In the age of easy money, okay? I don't think we're really in that phase right now. But in the age of easy money, people were paying $1,000 to sit in the back row of a Taylor Swift concert. When you could have invested that $1,000 during the easy money phase. You know what I mean? You're paid $1,000 to sit in the back row of a And you wonder why I'm bearish on the economy. You know what I mean? This shit's a bubble, man. People paying record debt in this country. And you got people paying $1,000 to sit in the back row of a Taylor Swift concert. The back row! Where you could just watch it on YouTube. In the front row. For free.
Rant alert.
You wonder why I think this economy's a bubble. Come on, man. Yeah, it's crazy to me, man. Crazy to me, dude. Crazy to me, man. Just watch shit on YouTube for free. You can watch anything on YouTube for free. Anything. Anything. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Drew was one of the people in the back row of Taylor Swift. No, you'll never find me. You'll never find me at a concert. I think concerts are so overpriced nowadays. Concerts, shows, anything. So overpriced, man. Ridiculous. Honestly, the prices are ridiculous to those things. You get like 2 hours of entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. And then it's over, and you're like, okay, great. There we go. I live in pink girl sauce. If that's not the peak the peak of this economy, I don't know what is. People paid $1,000 for a back row Taylor Swift seat. That's one ticket. You want to go with a friend? And then $1,000. Oh my God, man. Taylor Swift is so overrated. Yeah, I agree. I don't understand the hype over Taylor Swift. She has some good songs, but man, I think she's a little bit overrated. She was better when she was a country artist, in my opinion. I think her pop songs are kind of to me. I don't really get the hype, but that's just me. She was a better country artist when she first started. Concerts overpriced, another bubble. True, man. Going to the movies as well. Yeah, bro. I don't know why I always do that voice somehow. I always do that voice for some reason. Yeah, bro. That's the steroids coming out. Just kidding. I'm not taking steroids. Maj said I looked skinnier today.
I think I like that.
Yeah, I'm like this. Yeah, bro. My nipples are pointy. Come on, Carlos. Come on, Carlos. Come outside, Carlos. I'm not scared of you. I am not scared of you. I'm not. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me, fellas. Man. Everything is overrated compared to Taylor Swift. Yeah, man. Everything is overrated compared to Taylor Swift. Because she has lyrics women relate to. Yes, that is why. Because all her songs are about an ex. All her songs are about an ex that did something wrong to her. Newsflash, if you have 20 exes that all did something wrong to you, maybe the problem is you. Taylor.
Rant alert.
You ever think of that? Maybe you should do a better job of the people you pick. Holy shit. Holy shit. There we go. Or maybe you're just so annoying where they turn into an asshole because of you. Oh my God. You ever think of that, Taylor?
Rant alert.
Oh my God. We're going off on Taylor Swift right now, man. But yeah, it's so true. You get all the little girls going, yeah! It's so true. Oh, man. Men can relate to her lyrics too. Listen to Tay Tay at the gun range. Nice, Beth. Nice, Beth. Now she's with Travis Kelce. I can already tell you right now, Travis Kelce is gonna break this girl's heart. They just keep doing the same thing, and then they cry about it. I can tell you that Travis Kelce is gonna do the same thing as all their other exes. I can tell you right now, and I like Travis Kelce, but I know what type of guy he is. I know what type of guy he is just by looking at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't need to have a PhD in psychology to tell you what's gonna happen with that relationship. Oh my God, man. All right. Anyways, you think it's rocket science, guys? You do. Next song about a tight end. Exactly. It ain't gonna be the nice tight end. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now, man. All right. Hope Travis spikes her in the end zone. Of course he is. You know Travis is going to spike her in the end zone. Come on, man. Come on, man. I remember watching Kelce on the dating show in 2016. Jordan, same pattern as 15.4 to 18K? Let's look. I believe you, man. Let's see. Let's go looking back down here. It's the same pattern as down there. Let's see. So this part was pretty similar when we had this little room up. I guess the only, excuse me, I'm burping up a storm. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, man. I think the contexts are a little bit different. I think the context of this is a little bit different, though. I think the only reason, like, I can see what you're saying, right? And I totally get what you're saying with, like, this price action is very similar to this price action. The thing is, the context of the whole market is different, right? Down here, you had stocks down 80, 90%, people puking positions, right? And max fear down here, okay? Here's very different context. Here, I still sense a lot of hope. I sense a lot of hope, optimism. I don't sense fear here, right? This is not a fearful area, in my opinion. I sense a lot of hope, optimism based off the ETFs. And you also have stocks that, yes, they got a small pullback over the last couple weeks, which we've discussed, but I don't also sense that fear in people puking stock positions here that I see here, right? The market context is very different, I think. You know, and like I said, I could be wrong, and I would rather markets go up forever, and I'd rather go back to a time like 2020, 2021. I just don't think that we're at that time yet. I think liquidity is pouring out of markets slowly, and that's not based off feelings. That's based off the liquidity chart. Okay, I don't have that in front of me, but basically all the available liquidity is being drained from markets. So it's hard for markets to go up when liquidity is going down, right? You have, like I said, you have record debt, you have record auto bankruptcies. You have a bunch of different things going on. You have student loans coming back in October. Once again, these things could all be FUD. But when you put all that into things, when you say, okay, stock market's at resistance instead of support now, it's different. It's a different time, I think. The context is different, right? Even though I can agree, the price action, and this is kind of slow, bleedy price action. And maybe this could play out for Bitcoin. My problem is that it's hard. It's a hard thing for me right now, because if stocks didn't look pukey, I would say this is kind of like a slow little bleed out for Bitcoin. It's just hard for me to be bullish on Bitcoin and be bearish on the stock market. It's never been that way. It's never been that way where Bitcoin goes up and this goes down. Never. So I'm not going to say this time's different. So I'm going to continue to be bearish. People don't like that. But maybe at some point, if it plays out, you'll see why I was bearish. Okay. I know you guys don't like that, and that's okay. I could be wrong. I'll take the L, but I'm not just going to be bullish just because you guys want me to be bullish, right? You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. ETF canceled, not happening in 2023. Yeah, I saw the ARK ETF got delayed again. It didn't get denied. I'm seeing some channels saying got denied. It did not get denied. That is FUD. It got delayed again. Okay? There's a big difference between delayed and denied. Once again, I don't think the ETFs happen until 2024. And I think everything's going to play out exactly like it's supposed to be. ETFs will get approved in 2024. Okay? Money printing will start in 2024. And the cycles will go on like they always do. You just got to have patience, guys. Right? And I tell you to say this, the worst thing you can do right now is have your hopes up that we're going to moon right now. If we do, great, but just don't expect anything crazy until 2024. Just don't expect anything crazy. You know, once you come to terms with that, it's much easier just to live your life and just wait, you know, because look what Bitcoin's done. It's been following 2019 cycle, literally like candle by candle. It's literally following it to an exact T. You know, so why is it going to do anything different now? That's it. That's it. DXY passed yearly high. Yeah. DXY is mooning, man. Another reason why. And there's so many reasons right now, man. This is classic Wyckoff. It's already broke out. Now, don't get super bullish on this now that it broke out. At some point, this is going to get a pullback, which I think could happen in I could see this getting a pullback next week and testing the highs. Right? And then this is where maybe Bitcoin could actually get a little bit of a rally, you know, and then I think it continues higher. And I think this is where stocks and Bitcoin could get a little bit of a bump up, but that next push up, which I do think will come, that's when you probably see, you know, the chain link indicator, right? Which we haven't really talked about yet. I continue to say you got chain link outperforming the market. Once again, it's fun to say this time is different. But every time Chainlink's been outperforming Bitcoin and it reaches up here towards, it reaches up here towards like that $8, $8.50 range, which right now it's at $7.70. So once again, up another 5% today. It's getting there every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the last year. Chainlink has reached that. That's marked the Bitcoin local top, right? So once again, we can say this time's different. It's fun. I'm not basing this off emotions. I'm just basing this off of what happened the last year, you know? So I still think this has got a little bit more upside though. Like we said yesterday, I think Chainlink's got a little bit more upside. It's up another 5% today. I still think it's got some more upside too. Unless Bitcoin just takes a massive dumperoni today, you know, which kind of, I think right now, after this little spike up, kind of would catch a lot of people off guard if Bitcoin just had a Darth Vader candle like, back down today. But we'll see. Federal Reserve doesn't like stablecoins. Yeah, man. It doesn't like stablecoins. Rico said, be bullish because we said so. Come on, man. Listen, guys, I told you guys this. I feel dirty being bearish, but like, at the same time, I'm kind of proud. I'm slightly proud of myself, though. You know why? Because I've been a moon boy in the past, right? When I shouldn't have been. But I told you guys this. I've learned so much shit, like, and I could be wrong, but like, I'm proud of myself for recognizing like the highs on stock market here, right? And not just being that moon boy who thinks you're going to go up forever. I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned over the last 2 years is know when to be a moon boy, and I think the biggest thing is what I used to do is I was so used to the up only markets because from like 2010 to like 2001, markets just went up. Like it just went up. You didn't have to be a genius. They just went up. But since like the last 2.5 years, respect resistance as resistance. Do not get bullish and just expect a breakout. For 10 years, it was just you knew it was breaking out, right? Resistance wasn't resistance. It was just going to go higher. But I think the biggest thing is when there's no money printing, respect resistance as resistance. So if you have the stock market coming up to previous all-time highs to a major resistance level, you respect it. You don't just think it's going to break out because that's what it's always done in the past. No, it's a different time right now. You know, it's a different time. You have to adapt to the new times, man. We're not in that easy money mode anymore. We're not, right? You can't just expect things to go up. We're not in that easy money mode anymore. You don't have the Fed just printing money and, oh, markets are going down. Let's print more money and prop it up. No, they're actually sucking money out right now. It's a different time. It's a different time, man. We'll be back to the old times. Easy money will be back because the U.S. always prints their money out of their problems. We just need that problem to happen. What's going to be the problem that makes them start printing money again? No, we don't know. We don't know. Last time it was COVID. No one predicted COVID ahead of time. Shit, something could happen tomorrow. We have no idea. Maybe COVID comes back, right? Maybe banks fail. I don't know. Something will happen, and then the Fed will start printing money again, and then we'll have Dumb Money 2 come out in theaters. You know, it's gonna happen again. Maybe you should watch George. I do watch George every day. Listen, even if I disagree with George, I'll still watch George. I like George. You know, I like George. I like watching him for the news. I don't listen to news though. I don't listen to news. If anything, I'll counter trade news. Like I said, don't get bullish based off news and don't get bearish based off news. Honestly, you'd be better off doing the opposite of the news that you hear. Super bullish altcoin upgrade? Sure. Altcoin hack? Long. Seriously, it works. You don't think it would, but it works. Super bullish Bitcoin news? Short. Super bearish Bitcoin news? Long. That's what's happened the last year and a half. Just do the opposite of the news, man. Right now we have no news, so it's like it's hard to know where Bitcoin's going the immediate short term because there's just no news. There's literally nothing happening in crypto, like nothing, zero. The only thing that's happening is BitBoy, which I'm not talking about anymore because I'm sick of that shit. You know, stop spreading FUD. But at what point is FUD true? Like at what point is bullish news FUD? Right? And listen, so I'm not gonna go over that. I'm not gonna rant about this. At some point, spreading bullish stuff is FUD. You know what I mean? Just saying. I'm tired of seeing George show the same chart showing how many people hodling Bitcoins. I mean, the chart's not wrong. The chart's not wrong. more people, I mean, it's not really, I think that chart's a little bit misleading though. It's not really more people hodling Bitcoin. It's just more wallets hodling Bitcoin. So it could just be the people already in crypto just making more wallets. You know what I mean? Like, I think those on-chain charts are very, very misleading. They make it seem like everyone in the world is buying Bitcoin. I mean, it could be slightly true. I think it's slightly true, right? But you also got to remember with those charts is it's more people just using more wallets, right? Like all the time. Like if I start a new exchange, boom, there we go. I got a new address. But is it really another person using Bitcoin? No, it's just me using another exchange. You know what I mean? But it adds one on there, you know? And at the same point, what could happen is a lot of times this happens especially with the Ethereum wallets. How many of you guys, and I could probably, it's probably 50% of you guys in here. How many of you guys have an Ethereum wallet, okay, that you haven't used in a long time, but you have like $1 sitting in there? But it would actually cost you more to take that Ethereum out of that wallet than the gas fee. So the only reason you actually have ETH in that wallet is because you don't want to pay the gas fee to get it out. You know what I mean? So is that really a wallet holding ETH? No, you're being forced to hold it in there. You know what I mean? I'm just being logical here. Listen, you know, I think I have like three wallets that I have like, I don't know, less than $5 worth of ETH in there. And it's going to be stuck in there until ETH goes back up, because right now the gas fee is higher than the amount that I have in there. You know what I mean? But I don't even use those wallets anymore. But I'm stuck with the ETH in there. You know? Hey, I'm just saying. Bitcoin might be a little bit different because Bitcoin's fees are less. But it is what it is. Bullish news is not FUD because by definition is not fear, uncertainty, or doubt. But it's kind of like the opposite. Bitcoin is coming down, fellas. Another fun one-day bull market. Bullish news is not FUD because by definition... Okay, I already read that, Robert. But I appreciate the class, man. I appreciate the class. Gas fees on ETH is 43 USD. Beth, shh, I'm keeping that $5 in that wallet, man. It's gonna be $30 soon. Okay. I'm letting it sit there. Act like I don't have it. It's not even proof of work. It's so broken. True. Proof of work. Are we talking about ETH? Frank, you hate ETH, man. But listen, I've always said proof is in the charts, man. Proof is in the charts. Okay? Don't base off how you feel. How does the market think about ETH? Where is ETH compared to the other L1s? How's AVAX doing? How's Cardano doing? How does the market think about ETH? Not, I think the fundamentals are great on this, and this, and this, and this. What's the market think? Market thinks, or has thought, right? That could change, that Ethereum, right, is better than those. And throughout the bear market has held up significantly better. That's not what I think. That's what the market thinks, right? We're going to see in a few years. Frank, that's what they said last bear market, though. Solana was going to be the ETH killer. AVAX was going to be ETH killer. Polkadot was going to be the ETH killer. Matic was going to be the ETH killer. Did any of them kill ETH? If anything, all of them made ETH stronger, in my opinion. Once again, it's not how I feel. That's just the chart, man. Shout out to Crypto Shock, man. It's been a long road. It has been a long road, Shock. But I will say this, man. I don't say it can't get worse. It can get worse, right? But here's the thing. These things are in cycles, man. These things are in cycles. Okay? The biggest thing is you got to ask yourself right now, are you a believer in the 4-year cycle? right? Are you a believer in the 4-year cycle? Okay. If you are a believer in the 4-year cycle, right, then you got to tell yourself that we are at the final stretch of this, right? Now, I will say this. Don't get in this hopium thing where you tell yourself it can't get worse before it gets better. It can certainly get worse before it gets better. It could. What happened last cycle? We all thought we hit the lows. You know, December 2018, we went to 3K. We all went all the way back up to 14K 7 months later. Bitcoin did a 5X 5 months later. Everyone thought bear market's over, bear market's over. Nope. 7 months later, Bitcoin was back at 3K. Right? So here we are, right? Bitcoin hit 15K. We went all the way up to 31. Right? Doesn't mean that Bitcoin still can't go down and test the lows again. Doesn't mean that. But if you believe in the 4-year cycles, you got to think, and I've said this many, many times.
You're super demoralized at the wrong time. Focus.
Oh my God, OG. Be realist. A realist, man. Realist. Okay? Stop watching George. Yeah, I'm just being a realist, man. Like, look at the altcoin chart. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. You can't win. Because if I'm bullish and I'm wrong, you guys shit on me. You know what I mean? You can't win in this market. All right. But yeah, I mean, I'll say this. In 6 months, in April 2024, I think Bitcoin's at 30 to 31K. I think Bitcoin in 6 months will be higher than it is now. But I also think it'll go lower before it will go higher, if that makes sense. So in 6 months, I think Bitcoin will be higher than it is now. I will say that again. But does that mean I'm bullish right now? No. I ain't bullish right now. I'll continue to say that. And I think at some point you guys are going to see why I wasn't bullish right now. And you'll say, wow, that made sense. And I say I could be wrong. It is what it is. Does it mean that I think Bitcoin is bearish in the high time frames? Okay. Do I think it goes lower in the next 6 months? Yes, I do. Do I think it's higher 6 months from now? Yes, I do. Right? So I hope that kind of makes you understand what my thinking is, because that's what Bitcoin's done the last 2 cycles, man. It is what it is. It's not rocket science. You know? It is what it is. And I could harp on this all day, but I think it gets boring, and it gets boring for me to talk about it every single day, man. But you know, I can bring up the M2 chart, right? That shows that money is not coming into the world economy; it's coming out because of interest rates. Those haven't hit the economy yet. You know, they have a 12-month, 18-month lag. When did they start? 18 months ago. You know, that is what it is. Look at the bright side. If it goes lower, it won't be for long. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Long to live evolution. Let's see. Let's see. QM said, why so bearish now? Well, listen, I was bullish at the beginning of this year. We read Bitcoin all the way up from 15 to 30K, right? But I said, once we broke the bull market support band, right? Once we broke this, and then we retested it, and we basically got rejected on the grayscale news, right? That was the time for me to say, okay, we're selling off bullish news. That's not bullish, you know? So the point is, you got to know when to flip. And I said I could be wrong. Maybe Bitcoin pumps to 40K from here for some reason. I don't know. I'm not just going to sit here and wait for some hopium reason that Bitcoin goes to 40K right now. I'm just going to go based off what the chart's telling me. Chart tells me lower, you know? But yeah, it's not me just flipping like bearish now. It's, we read this up. Cool. We came down. We got rejected here. We flipped bearish on the retest because we knew if we broke the bull market support band, any retest would be a bearish retest, not us just getting back above, right? So we've been bearish since about 28.4, right? And I'll continue to be bearish. And it is what it is. You guys like it? You don't like it? I ain't gonna flip bullish because you guys are telling me I'm wrong. If anything, you guys telling me I'm wrong makes me more bearish. You know what I'm saying? Man. TA on your hair. Here we go.
We got a 618 Fibonacci coming in.
No, we already, I said we're at the 786 fib. The 786 fib. Jim said you need your money to double in the next few months to go to the casino. That shit ain't happening here until next year. Hell yeah, man. Listen, I'm excited to plan the Vegas trip for this next. Like you said, we're doing it. We're gonna, you know what? My plan is this. We're gonna plan the next Vegas trip, but like I said, this time we're not making the same mistake. This time, okay, we're gonna plan it when the Fed starts printing money. This is my thing. The date that the Fed says we're going to start printing money. We actually probably dump on that date, by the way, because historically when the Fed starts printing money, the market actually goes down initially. But we're going to plan the date on that date. Okay? And we're going to do it within, I want to say within like 9 months of the dates that the Fed says we're going to start printing money again. Right? I think we'll time this pretty nicely, right? Not like last time where we literally planned. I think we planned Vegas at the top, and then we were already coming down by the time we went to Vegas. We ain't doing that again. This next time we will plan it when we're in YOLO mode, and we will enjoy it there. Okay, that's what we'll do. But yeah, at least that's the plan. Let's see. Imagine this will be the zombie virus bear market and we will up and a damn left 4 dead mission. Yeah, man. The Left 4 Dead mission. Dude. The zombie apocalypse would just be so 2024. That like, would we really be surprised if we had a zombie apocalypse in 2024? I know this sounds like ludicrous. But think about the world the last 5 years. We've seen some ludicrous shit. Just think about how different the world is like now versus 10 years ago. Ludicrous, man. You can't even like say half the things anymore that you want to say. Anyways, would you really be surprised if there was a zombie apocalypse in 2024? I wouldn't. I would admit. That's right. I got a horse guy. I can ride a horse guy. That's it. That sounds so wrong. But DXY pumped to the moon? Oh yeah, DXY is going to the moon, man. It is literally going to the moon. But once again, be careful on these super up candles in the DXY. I think this thing probably gets a pullback soon. Probably in here. In this zone. Right here. I would say it probably takes out these highs. Right in here, I would expect some type of pullback on the dollar. Probably takes out this high, comes into this like inequality in the chart zone right here, and you probably have a small pullback. This is when Bitcoin could get a rally, is in there, on that pullback on the dollar, you know? Joey said, having a baby March 2024, will we pump then? Dude, that's what I think. Well, I told you, in April 2024, I expect Bitcoin to be higher than it is now. So in March, I would expect, yeah, Bitcoin will be either at the same, around where we are now or higher. Yeah. It just depends where we start from, you know? Who knows? No one ever knows, man. Like, say if Bitcoin goes back to 20K, right? Right? Or like, let's say 2 months from now, Bitcoin hits 20K. 2 months from now, let's just say. Okay? Just for an example. Right? Then yeah, I mean, we would already be in an uptrend at that point, you know?
Having a baby March 2024 with the pump then? No.
No one here. Eat horse guy. I'll have to eat horse guy. That's funny, man. We'll have to eat horse guy, bro.
No, Jordan! I have some canned beans! Eat that instead! Mike, no! Mike!
Wait, you're not the Mike?
Who are you?
I'm sorry. I ran out of chocolate. I need some proteins during the zombie apocalypse. Come here, horse guy. Come here.
No! No! At least eat my tail!
Let the start eating horse guy at the zombie apocalypse. I would not be shocked if that happened in 2024. Not the fastest. Where's Savvy? Savvy's right here, man. I'm Savvy. I'm Savvy right now, man. Boot said BB. Yeah. Here's what I'll say, Boot. Here's what I'll say, man. We're all not saints. Okay? I don't want to comment on that anymore. Here's what I'll say. We've all done something wrong in our life. Okay? We've all done something wrong. We've all done something that we shouldn't have done, right? Whether it's something small or something big, right? So I'm done talking about that stuff. Here's what I'll say, though. If you see a continuous pattern with people, and I've said this a lot, like, if you do something wrong, it's like, we all do something wrong, right? We've all done something wrong, whether it's, like I said, small or big. But when you see a continuous pattern of doing things and like doing things wrong and doing like this, and where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm a big believer in the saying, where there is smoke, there is fire. And when something's always in the middle of something and doing this and doing that, it's something I want to avoid. Right? And I said this many, many times. Okay, I'm in this space. Okay, I've talked to people in this space. There's a reason why everyone in crypto is in this like little clique, right? They're in this little clique. They all do their little things. I don't associate with these people, man. And there's a reason why I don't, because I think this. I've said this many, many times. I think this space is very slimy. Especially lately, I've been feeling very slimy in this space, man. This space is very slimy, clickbaity. I felt dirty being in the crypto space lately, man. And I think some of you guys might realize that, right? I haven't been like over enthusiastic. Maybe I haven't been in Discord as much. As I felt like I have to take a step back because I've been feeling kind of slimy. And there's a reason why I don't associate myself with a lot of these people in this space. They're all friends and stuff like that. Hey, you won't really see me hanging out with these people, man. And I've said this before. I will thank my future self for not hanging out with some of these people. Because I know more than you guys do, okay? And some slimy shit that goes on in this space, man. And it really makes me feel slimy sometimes coming up here and live streaming crypto. Because I feel like I get thrown in with that, and I don't like that, man. I don't like that. I don't like it. Bass said, like, brace the slime. Yeah, I would just put like green slime on me, man. Green slime, bro. But like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. The only thing I can promise you guys is I'll come up here, I'll tell you guys my honest opinion on the market. You guys might not like it, and that's okay, right? That's okay if you don't agree with me. That's okay. Hopefully we can still be friends. If I'm a bear right now and you guys are a bull, hopefully we can still be friends, okay? Never break friendships off the market, right? Of market direction, okay? So if you hate me right now for being bearish, I'm sorry. I hope we can still be friends. But yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. DJ said, I don't want to tell people I'm taking about crypto, so I've been saying currencies. There you go, DJ. There you go, man. There you go. Elliot said, don't quit the Discord. I'm not quitting, man. I'm not quitting, man. It's, like I said, sometimes you just take a step back and get out of the slime for a little bit. Because this space is very slimy and grimy, and you have some slimy and grimy people in this space, man. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to name names. We ain't going to go through all that shit. But, there's a certain clique in this space that's all friends, and they all do this shit. And it is what it is. They all sniff. Yeah. Cliche. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you for being here, man. Anyways, Bitcoin, looks like you hit that point right on the dot right there. You had equal highs, a little tweezer top right there at that. I don't think you really consider this a tweezer. But look at that, man, right at that 26.8 level. Just instant sell-off. We'll see if this continues to sell off. But you are getting a sell-off there. So like I said, another fun one-day bull market, man. It is what it is. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun, man. Like I said, whenever I come on stream, I'm the resistance. I am the resistance. We have never continued to pump when I came on stream. I told you this in the beginning of the stream. When I come on, we stop. When I get off, we dump. Every single time. There you go. There you go, man. And, the indicators, they're all there, man. Michael Saylor just bought the local top again. Chainlink is pumping more than the rest of the market. The indicators are there. So if we dump, I don't want to hear anyone say, why are we dumping? Doesn't make any sense. It was all there. It's all there, man. Man, all right. Dollar's cruising up. Looks like stocks are pulling back now. It's all there, man. It's all there. Let's zoom in on. Oh, look at the Nasdaq. Look at the Nasdaq, man. So you broke the bull market support band on the Nasdaq. You dumped below. What did you just do today? What did you just do, fellas? You came back into it, and you could not get back above. You just got rejected on the bull market support band on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's pulling back more. ES. Look at the S&P. A little bit of a spike up. We're back at that support. We'll see if that holds, man. This is going to be the key. If the S&P break this support, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's done in the short term. This is really the key of the market right here. Is this everyone's watching this S&P 500 level from August? That was the previous high. Because if you break that, dude, you have inequality in the chart all the way back down to 4,200. And it could get a little messy. So we'll see. You could hold this. You could hold this, man. But time will tell to see what happens, man. Jordan always gets over before he dumps. Yeah, man. Fahid said, I'm sick of BitBoy talk, Jordan, already. Had him on yesterday. Dude, me too. I am sick of that shit, man. I think everyone's sick of that shit. Even Maj is sick of that shit. Maj is like, I ain't watching that shit anymore. Too much drama. Even Maj. Listen, we love 90 Day Fiance. We love drama. Not too much. Just only 90 Day Fiance. Only 90 Day Fiance. But, okay, too much drama on that shit, man. You guys probably agree. Woods and Waters, to be honest, we got some slime here too. Yeah, we got some slime, man. I mean, there's going to be slime everywhere, man. Slimy. It is what it is. Wayne said, you are not a Bitcoin bull unless you hold Bitcoin. You are not a Bitcoin bear unless you hold a Bitcoin short position. Everyone else is just talking shit. Sure. Wait, I'm a Bitcoin bull. The thing is, I'm a Bitcoin bull, but I'm also bearish. It's hard to explain. I'm bearish in the short term on Bitcoin, but I'm not selling my spot Bitcoin. Because what I'll say about Bitcoin is you don't want to at this point in the cycle, I don't want to try timing this shit. But I'll say this. I am building a cash position right now, right? Any extra money that I have, I am building a cash position, right? To be ready to deploy on a fear candle. I said this, I think a fear candle is coming at some point. You don't get this type of soap opera drama in any other asset class. Yeah, when's the last time you had this? Oh, Bitcoin's retracing that whole move today, guys. Listen, man, the signs were there. Stumbledore you should have a window. Stumbledore, your life, dude. I bet your life is fantastic, man. Stumbledore, you're one of the homies, man. Your life is fantastic. I'll say this: the fact that you're here right now means that your life is better than 99% of the people in the world. I'm gonna say this: the fact that you're in this stream right now watching this, your life is better than 99% of the people in the world. And remember that when you're having a bad day and you think, "Oh my God, today sucks. I'm in a bad mood." Your day, your day might suck in your reality, but there's someone out there who's having a much, much worse day than you, right? There's someone out there. I always make this analogy, man. There's someone out there who doesn't even know what they're going to eat today. You know? And that's, I think sometimes we get very, very spoiled in our thinking and thinking that, oh my God, I'm having such a bad day. I'm depressed. Oh my God, I'm depressed. I'm so depressed right now. Seasonal depression. It's like, no, you're living in you're sitting on a nice comfy couch, eating food, watching TV. Like that's not what depression is. Some people don't even have water. You know what I'm saying? I know this is getting deep, but when you think you're in a bad spot, there's always someone who's in a worse spot, man. You know? There always is. And remember that. Because sometimes, I told you guys this, sometimes I might think, oh my God, I'm having such a horrible day, man. Or, you know, I wish I had more time, or wish I had this, I wish I had that. Those are all such luxuries, man, that a lot of people don't even have, you know? So I think this, and especially in this world, we've all, a lot of us here, I mean, think about it, the last 15 years has been easy mode, man. We've had the best economy in history, right? We've gotten so spoiled. We have so much technology now that makes our lives so much easier. Yet we're the most spoiled of all time. Doesn't even make any sense, you know? And I've tried to do a better job recently of remembering when I'm in a bad mood, it's not really that bad. I'm just being spoiled. You know what I mean? So and that's why sometimes I see people in the chat say I'm depressed. No, the fact that you're even on YouTube watching this, you're fine. Man up, grow some balls, get to work, do what you have to do. You have to make some sacrifices of things that you don't want to do, okay? Maybe you want to watch a movie, but maybe you don't have time. Maybe you have to go to work. Do it. There's someone who would love to be in that position. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm going on a rant right now, but I'm seeing that stuff on Twitter, and I'm this. We lived in easy mode the last 15 years. Okay? What happens when it's not easy mode anymore? That's when the real depression starts. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being a realist. You know what I mean? Just being a realist, man. Be grateful for where you're at. Be grateful for what you have. We take a lot of things for granted sometimes. I do it too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I take so many things for granted, man. I have a lot of awesome things in my life. Right? I'm not this type of person who needs a lot of things. I don't really have a lot of things, but I'm grateful for what I have, you know? And I've been thinking about that lately now, man. It's America now. Yeah, it's America now, man. We're literally the most spoiled we've ever been, but yet we're the most oppressed. Tell me how that makes sense. I know the real reason for that, but, you know, we're not going to go there. It's instant gratification. Social media landscape the Illuminati has built to make people depressed and addicted. Yeah, I'm saying we have the most luxuries, yet people are the most unhappy. Tell me how that makes sense. We all know why. It's what gives us the most luxury that makes us the most depressed, or what we think is depression. But it's really just the internet. It's the internet, it's social media, it's all these things. You know, I could rant about all this stuff too, but let's watch Bitcoin dump. Let's watch Bitcoin dump. That's more fun. Yeah, Bitcoin's retracing the whole move, fellas. I guess we're coming to retest these little W formation highs. Let's see if we hold here. S&P's getting murdered right now. You got the Nasdaq. S&P is testing the lows. S&P looks like it wants to come test these lows from earlier today. You have the dollar, which is shooting up, which is looking to test the highs of the day, as you have Bitcoin coming to test the W formation highs. So we got some interesting things going on in the market right now. Dow Jones making a new low. Dow Jones is usually the leader of the stock market. Whenever the Dow Jones is usually the leader. If the Dow Jones starts making a new low today, you're probably going to see the Nasdaq, ES start making new lows too. But we'll see. I mean, at some point, this is going to get a bounce. I mean, this has been down only for like 2 weeks. So, but it's always when you think that this is going to get a bounce, it just continues to slow bleed. And that's what you've been seeing in the stock market. It's just a slow bleed. Not really any big capitulation, just slow bleeding down. And sometimes that's worse because you're just expecting the bounce and it never comes. Bitcoin's absolutely getting murdered right now. I don't mean to laugh, but like, I mean, it is what it is. I was getting called dumb 5 minutes ago. That changed real quick. Chain link indicator. If the chain link indicator strikes again, guys, we say this. We always try to say the chain link indicator is not valid. I've done it before. And I told myself this time, I am not going to think that the chain link indicator is invalid. Chain link's pumping again. Why do we think this time is different? Get our heads out of the sand, fellas. Oh, man. Why is this time going to be different? That chain link outperforms the market, and this time it's not going to mark the Bitcoin local top. It's been like that 6 times in a row, fellas. Right? Too much George, fellas. Too much George. Too much Georgie. I'm going off today. I'm feeling it today, man. Today is the first time in a long time I felt some enthusiasm. I feel some enthusiasm today, man. I don't know why. Something's different about me today. I'm feeling some enthusiasm today, fellas. Let's see. Shorted link. Happiest dude I know doesn't have the internet. Fact. It's true. It's true. I love talking about that stuff. I love talking about how modern luxuries are actually worse for us. Oh, there goes Bitcoin. Listen, man. Here's what I'll say. Okay? When the chat tells me I'm wrong, it makes me more confident. Another one-day bull market in the books. Adios, fellas. Listen, don't hate the player, hate the chart. It ain't me, fellas. I'm not one pressing the sell button here. Me was back. Ice Sniper said, second channel, real talk with Jordan crypto. Dude, I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to start like a podcast where I talked about stuff outside of crypto. I always wanted to do that, man. Maybe I'll start doing that. Because I enjoy talking about stuff. I like those deep talks about stuff outside of crypto. I like those, man. I like those. Maybe I'll do that, man. Would you guys listen to that? Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. I like talking about that stuff, man. It's not anything serious. He is the one pressing sell. It's not me pressing sell, man. I'm just telling you what I see in the chart. It is what it is. 1 day, 1 try, 4-hour candle. Adios, fellas. It was fun. It was really, really fun. Do that? Yeah. Hell yeah. We got 3 people who said they watch. We got 3 viewers, fellas. Let's go. Nah, at some point I'll do that. I don't even have a lot of time as it is right now. I really don't. You might think that's bullshit. I really don't have a lot of time. Honestly, like lately I've been so stressed out. People want to see me. People don't have enough time with me. It stresses me out. It does. You know, I try to do my best. I do. I try to do my best. But when I have enough time, I will certainly try to do that. Because I've always wanted to do that, man. It's just, it's the time aspect, you know? Let's see. To be honest, I watch you first, crypto second. I watch for you first, crypto second. Yeah, a lot of people do, man. Listen, whenever I watch crypto stuff, I watch for the person, not the crypto content. I always do that, man. You know? I'm the type of, some people are different. Some people love to go on, watch crypto news and stuff like that, or watch the charts. For me, I enjoy just putting people on and listening for their personality, you know. I learned a long time ago, and is to do your own analysis on the chart, come up with your own opinion. Watch people, you know, you might have some like 1 or 2 people you do for confluence. Like I have 2 people that I follow that I use for confluence. And if my analysis agrees with them, that makes me extra confident right now. Both those people are both bearish at the moment, right? So it goes with my confluence to think that, okay, I see the charts as bearish, makes me more comfortable that they're bearish too. But like, if I did, I can disagree with them sometimes, you know? So, you know, but I don't watch people for like their analysis, man. I used to do that. That's why I watch George. I definitely don't watch George for his analysis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone does. If you do, you need to change that. Okay? I'm gonna tell you right now. It's no offense against George. I love George. Okay? George is great. He's a fantastic. There's something about him that you love to watch. Okay? But you know, you use them as a counter indicator for altcoins. Okay? For Bitcoin, I actually, you know, I think he's going to be right again. I think at some point, though, actually, we won't go there. We're not going to go doom and gloom yet. We're not going to go doom and gloom yet. Do it before kids. They ruin your life and save it at a time, but you will find that a fade goes 10 times faster than it does now. Interesting, Stumbledore. Definitely here for your analysis. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew, man. Hopefully one day we can do both, right? I try to learn more stuff as time goes on, man. You know, I try to learn more stuff as time goes on. I finally got out of that thing where like, where I think I'm past that point where I'm past the point where I feel dirty for being a bear now. But I think there's a big step. That's a big step. You have to go through that at some point where you don't want to be bearish. Here's the thing. If you own any crypto, you never want to be bearish. You know what I mean? Like it's a psychological thing where if you own something, you always have to be bullish on it, even though maybe it's not bullish at the moment, you know? But you have to go through that point at some point where like you have to go against what you want to happen, you know? I think that's a big step. It's a big step, man. John said, tired of this bear market? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, John. And I ranted about this earlier today. Remember, I don't want to rant about this again, man. Once again, we're used to an easy money economy. Easy money. Oh, let's print more money, fellas. You know, we don't have that right now. You know, so the bear markets we've been used to for the last 15 years have been short and shallow. So we're so used to easy, no pain. Stocks go down 30%. Cool, they're going to go back to all-time highs in a few months. No problem. We know that. Right? We're not in that right now. So what we think is a bear market, right? What we think is a bear market, this ain't a bear market. Go back to the 70s and you'll see a real bear market. Go back to the 20s and you'll see a real bear market. You know what's funny about that? 20 plus 50 is 70. Plus 50 puts you at 20. What's the year? 2023. 50-year cycles. Just say it, fellas. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. And I'm not saying one of those is coming, because I think the Fed will save it before it happens. But there'll be a time where like you'll think that the bear market's over, and that's just the beginning. You know, this ain't nothing. You think 2022 was bad? Go look at 2001. Go look at 2008. That is bad. This was tame. This was like a third of those, right? If Bitcoin is like 2008, Bitcoin will probably pump in 2008 because it was the banking failure. But if it was like 2001, bro, Bitcoin would have went to like 3K. This ain't nothing, you know? If you think this is bad, this ain't nothing, man. You know? Let's see. Too much anticipation. We need the stimmy money, man. Remember the time we got like stimmies? Like that was the time, man. We just like, yeah, I'll take $1,000. I'll take $500. And people just went to go buy. The funny thing about the stimmies is people just went out like and just bought like random shit with it, which caused inflation and then put us in the issue that we're in now. It's so funny. The stimmies, which are supposed to help the economy, it totally wrecked it. Totally wrecked it, man, because people didn't buy needs with that. They bought wants. They went and bought TVs and stocks and crypto. They didn't put it in their savings account or freaking buy food and shelter. Because let's be honest, most people who got the stimmies, it's not that like they couldn't afford their stuff. Like, okay, some people, yeah. But was $500 really helping anyone pay rent? Come on. Let's be realist real quick. Was a $500 stimmy really helping someone pay their rent for like the year of COVID? No, man. Maybe it helped for 1 month. But shit, man, that didn't really help anyone, bro. You know? People went out and bought like freaking PS5s with that shit. Like, it's so funny looking back at it now, man. Like, that was such a stupid time, man. It really was. It really was, man. For Hoopty said I worked. Yeah, I worked too. Shit, man. People were staying at home. Literally making more money than they were working. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. Redonkulous. Yeah, in 2020, I worked all of 2020. You know what I mean? And there was the same people at the same job I was working that got furloughed or laid off, and they were making more money sitting at home doing nothing than I was actually working. It was bullshit, man. It was bullshit. You know, that was such a bullshit time, man. It was so stupid. They had rent. Yeah, they didn't even have to pay rent at that time. If people couldn't afford rent, they were telling the landlord, sorry, the rent, people don't have to pay their rent right now if they don't want to. So like what it was supposed to be helping, people didn't even have to do. Oh my God. It's called kicking the can down the road, fellas. And guess what? It all goes back to the future, man. We watched it, me and Maj watched a video about this, about when our age retires, we're not going to have any Social Security. So basically the old people who are in charge right now keep kicking the can down the road because they know they're fine. They're fine. They're going to get their Social Security. But we're not going to get ours. You know what I mean? And they just keep kicking the can down the road, kicking the can down the road, kicking the can down the road. You know? Because they know they're fine. But like, dude, in 50 years, I don't know what this country's going to look like, man. I have my own opinion. But, you know, we'll see. Anyways, I'm ranting about bullshit right now. They printed all those checks and 80% went back to places like Amazon and Microsoft. Ended up back with the 1%. That's what I'm saying, man. They were supposed to be helping the poor. But what were the poor buying? They were just buying shit. They were buying shit from the big companies, like Drew just said. They're buying Xbox Ones, giving money to Microsoft and Bill Gates. They're buying TVs off Amazon, giving money to Jeff Bezos, just making them more rich. You know what I mean? And then they're pocketing that cash because they know they're not dumb. Those billionaires are not dumb. They knew that money printing was going to eventually cause a huge problem, so they're banking in that cash. Those stocks are flying up while the poor just get poor because they're spending money on things they're not supposed to do, right? Because unfortunately, you know, we lived in a time of easy money. You know, even people that didn't have a lot of money spend money on things they're not supposed to, right? Because why? Because you get bailed out. But what happens when there's no bailout? You know, so it's an interesting thing to think about, man. You know, easy thing to crazy thing to think about, really. Future is dystopian. Yeah. True. Exactly, Verve Hoofty. You work hard, invest, and live with your means. Yeah. Live within your means, man. Live within your means. No Gucci shirts, Lambos, stupid shit like that, you know? No pun intended. strong man make weak times weak. Strong men make weak times make strong men. That's very, dude, Keith, that is so true, man. I think the easier way to understand that is easy times make weak men. Hard times make strong men. I agree with that saying so much, man. We've been through a lot of easy times, man. We've gone through the easy. This all goes back to what we were talking about earlier. By the way, Bitcoin's kind of just holding here at 26.4. So we'll see if this ends up holding that previous low we were at this morning. This all goes back to what we were saying before. During the easiest time in the economy, people are the most unhappy. Why? Because easy times makes weak men. Right? And sometimes you need some rough times to flip the scales back in the other direction. Right? And this goes into a whole other subject of what comes with weak men, also what's going on the other side. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need some hard times to flip the scale back in the other direction. You guys probably get what I'm putting down. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it all comes full circle. Accountability makes strong men. Yes, man. Smooth brain men make smooth brain sayings. True. That is true, Beth. That is true, man. Beth, what's your best saying, man? Let me know. We live in debt. Debt is the new money. Dude, debt is literally money. Like, a lot of the money that we think exists doesn't even exist. It's just borrowed. Think about the U.S. The U.S. is the perfect example of that. The U.S. has the best economy, but all of it is debt. We don't even have that. You know what I mean? Like, it blows my mind how people don't see the ticking time bomb that this freaking country is. You know what I mean? Dude, we have the best economy, yet we're it blows my mind to think that this is not a ticking time bomb. But it might not be a ticking time bomb for another 20, 30 years, 50 years. But it's a ticking time bomb nonetheless. They could just keep extending this out as long as they can. At some point, though, we see some crazy shit going on in the world. We're seeing population growth decrease, right? And with population growth decreasing, what happens with that? If you have less people, you have less spending. You put that into record high debt. At some point, man. At some point, the Michael Burry, the Michael Burry of all Michael Burrys, short, will come in. I don't think we're there yet, though. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, man. Been willingly ignorant. Let's talk about something more positive, like how Franco does not believe in aliens. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about how Franco does not believe in aliens. Okay, so Franco does not believe in aliens. I will say this. After the shenanigans of all this alien shit, okay, I don't really believe that, let me say this way. I don't believe that how I want to put this. Let me word it like this. It's not that I don't believe in anything else. It's that I don't think we actually know anything. I think humans are very ignorant in thinking that we know stuff, but we actually have no clue. We make up these theses based off of science that we make up, right? I will say this. I don't believe, here's what I'll say about aliens. With all this made up stuff that's happened in the last 6 months of all these alien stuffs, the whistleblowers, we found these UFOs that crashed in the desert, yet we have no recollection of this. We found these alien bodies in Mexico. Please, I don't want to hear any of this. It's a coincidence that all these things happen at the same time. Please. I don't believe that any human has ever seen a UFO or an alien. I think every video of a UFO is fake or is just something else. I think every sighting of an alien is fake clickbait. And I'm going to believe that, and I've said this, out of all the alien sightings and UFO sightings, you're telling me that we have no HD video of this. It's all a blurry, in the dark video. Come on, man. That is my current belief right now. Do I know? No, because I'm ignorant too. I'm a human. I have no idea. I just make shit up, just like all humans do. All the theses out there. I don't believe that any human has ever seen a UFO or an alien. Everything is fake. But that is also me not saying that I believe that aliens are, like, there's not some type of life out there. There probably is. But I don't think a human has ever seen one. Everything that is ever, every story that about aliens is made up. I believe. That's my, that is my honest opinion. Do I think they exist? Yes. Do I think we've seen them? No. That is my thing. Drew said, I definitely find all this stuff coming out hella sus. Yeah, they're distracting us from something, man. Or they're trying to plant an idea in our mind. Because we know how the world works. They try to plant an idea in your mind, man. So why is all this alien stuff coming out now? There's a reason for it, right? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Jedi mind tricks. You know, Link said they do exist. I've seen one. Okay, why didn't you take a video? Why didn't you take a video? The first thing I do if I see a UFO, I'm taking out my video and getting a video. But yet, no one's done that. Come on, man. And the people that do, it's like a black and white freaking video from 1980, blurry, that just lights in the sky. Okay. You know, give me an HD video that shows the shape of it. You seen an alien? Bro, hide behind a tree and get a video. You know what I mean? For 2 seconds. That's the first thing I would do. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Distraction from something that's really going to F shit up? Something, man. Something, bro. I don't freaking know. But yeah, guys, I mean, back to Bitcoin. I mean, that was a fun one-day bull market. That's my favorite thing to say lately is the one-day bull markets get me cracking up, man. The Twitter goes nuts. Bitcoin pumps like $600 and then it just goes back down. Every time, man. Every time. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this. My opinion is this though. Like another weekly that was looking good today and now it looks like shit again. Another one. I think you're just making that top wick on the weekly. I will say this though, if this starts coming back down here again, like if we go back to the daily time frame, that daily candle looks like poop now. We'll see what this closes like. But if this closes like this, that just looks like poop. If this starts pushing down back into the lows, ugh, you know, you could try a long here again at like 25.2 because that's worked a few times, right? I mean, it's worked, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So, I mean, I wouldn't have like if this pushes back down into this level, which was daily looking like shit now, taking a long at 25.2, I think would be a good try, right? Might not work, but that's, you know, nothing 100%. I would try a long at 25.2, but if this starts to come back down here again, it's definitely looking shady, man. Definitely looking shady, bro. You know, and just another move up that gets the bulls pumped and ultimately ends in a lower high. It's like even when Bitcoin was at the high right here at the beginning of the stream, that's why I made the title Bitcoin another lower high, even before we made the high, you know? So there we go, fellas. There we go. It works until it doesn't. Yes, it works. It works until it doesn't. Easter Bunny real, I've seen him. Nice flip. You're the only person in history who's seen the Easter Bunny, bro. The only person in history. Santa. Yeah, man, we got Santa. We got Santa Claus. Nasdaq's trying to get a little bounce. Dollar's still cruising up. Interesting times, man. Gotta love the interesting times, man. Link range is so beautiful. Yeah, the Link range. How high does Link go, though? Like, do we think... I mean, you got to think... Every time it seems to come up to... I mean, right here, it actually only came up to, like, right here. But I mean, you could draw this box for Link. This orange is basically Bitcoin's chart, man. But like, you notice that we could actually bring this down here. But you notice that whenever Link comes back up into like this range, so you could say this is the top of the range here, it tends to either get rejected here or only have one more up candle. So you see, like you got rejected here, moved down, right? That was kind of a Bitcoin top before it ultimately came back lower. Right here, you had basically one up candle. That was the Bitcoin, right before Bitcoin had a lower low. Right here, you came back up. You had one up candle, but that was right as Bitcoin's high before it went lower, right? Here was like kind of just chop. You didn't really come back to the lows yet, but you came here, went back above again, one up candle. That was Bitcoin's top before it went lower, right? Chainlink comes back up, comes to this level. That was Bitcoin's top, lower, right? One up candle. That was Bitcoin's top, right? Lower. Right here, Bitcoin's top. Just doesn't show the wick. That was the XRP case. Top, lower. And now you got Chainlink back at this level. So I guess you could say like this level is either resistance or it has one more up candle on the weekly before it ends up turning over. And I think it's probably going to be the same thing. Again, if I'm going to guess, like I said earlier, not just saying it now because Bitcoin's dumping. I said this even when Bitcoin was up here, right? I still think Bitcoin's going to make another lower high, and the Chainlink signal is going to work again because it's worked every single time. And you know me, like I've been the one who said it's not going to work this time. It's not going to work this time. Why? Because I was slightly biased. But it works until it doesn't. Like Rico said, it works until it does not work. He touched my no. Cody said, I bought the bottom. Want to sell, but I know that's bad habit. Oh, Cody wants to sell? Yeah, I mean, Link, listen, I mean, this has been the point of taking good profit. Like, if you bought down here, this has been the point to take some good profits on Link. Doesn't mean you have to sell your whole bag, right? But you can go so far compounding a range. Like, so if you bought here, say you want to sell, say like you sell 30% of what you have or 50% of what you have, whatever you want to do. You can compound so much where it comes back down to the range, you buy back, right? You just keep compounding that. Eventually the range will break, but that's when you say, okay, if it breaks the range down, I'll cut it, what I have, all right, for a small loss. Comes back up, you just keep doing it until it doesn't work. Chainlink's been a clean chart, man. It's been the Link Marines probably so bored, man. A year and a half of just up and down in the same range. So boring, man. Been breeded with humans and now walking among us? Probably. They are building massive underground bunkers. Oh my god, some of the theories, man. Listen, here's the thing. Any theory could be true, besides flat Earth. Besides flat Earth, worst theory.
Rant alert.
I don't even understand how you could be so stupid to believe that flat Earth is actually a real thing. Like, that is just the dumbest thing in the world. That doesn't even make sense. Just for so many reasons. I can go all into that. But any theory could be true. Just like these scientists come up with these theories. I think your theory is probably just as valid as some random scientist. You know what I mean? These scientists think they know everything about space, yet we've only been to the moon one time. Yet they know everything about space, somehow. They know what's all the way out there. Somehow. You know what I mean? Come on, please. I don't really believe anything that comes out of scientist mouths. I don't even fully believe that we even went to the moon, to be honest. I could go into all of that shit, right? But that's for a different topic. Or if we did go to the moon, it's not actually what we expected it was. That's a whole different topic. That's for the podcast channel. Coming up at a future date when I have more time on my hands. We are very arrogant. We are, man. I'm arrogant too. We're all arrogant. We're built like that. You have to be arrogant, you know? Get to the bunker, Carlos. Bath, you short cost yet? Are you short cost yet, bro? I want to know if you're short cost yet, man. I don't think it hit your level yet, man. Oh yeah, we're waiting for up here, right? Actually, maybe it did. Oh, what's it? Why is this all like this? Oh, let me get rid of Bitcoin. How do I get rid of this shit? How do I get? Let's get rid of that. I don't think we're not. We're not yet. We're not yet. When? This thing still looks good though. Like this thing just doesn't want to dump. This thing is just insane. It just holds like a freaking rock. Man, this is either like the most epic distribution range or the biggest psyop in history. This thing is just a beast, man. Rings like a bell. Yeah. It rings like a nice bell. Oh my god. Look at that Bitcoin candle. You gotta be effing with me, man. Dude, you got 4 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. That is just that is yeah. That's the Darth Vader candle I was saying, man. Darth Vader candle, it's speaking. It's speaking, and it's here, and it's there. Miles bought it at the very bottom last year. Yeah, man, Miles killed it. Hey, man, sometimes you hit a dart on an altcoin, and boom, it goes nuts. You know, sometimes that's how it works. It's like picking a needle in a haystack. Sometimes you get Koss. Other times you get Cadena. It's like picking a needle in a haystack. Like you could have picked Cadena too. You could have picked Cadena. You know, but you didn't. You didn't pick Cadena. You could have picked AVAX. But listen, you didn't pick AVAX. You know, you didn't pick AVAX. You know, you didn't pick AVAX. But you picked Koss. You know, and you know sometimes you hit a run on the park, man. That's the nature of crypto. You know, sometimes you can buy Pepe, a frog coin, and you killed it. You know. What's on the far side of the moon? We'll never know. We'll never know. We don't even know if we don't even know if the moon's really there. Think about it. And I've always thought about this ever since I watched the movie. Maj, what's the movie with Jim Carrey, where he's in his own little world?
I forgot.
Ever since I watched that Jim Carrey movie where he's in his own little fake world, not that I think we're in like a fake world where everyone's acting, but more of the sense of like our world's like a little terrarium, and everything that's out there is not really there, right? So like everything you see in the sky is not really there. It's made to what we believe is really there. Just like, you know, I can go in a whole little spiel about this, but that's a different topic. But yeah, like, you don't even know that shit's really there, man. You know? You don't even know when it's there. Flat Earth is stupid. Moon is fake. Listen, but like, okay, the Earth being flat doesn't make any sense because if you fly a plane all the way around, you're going to end up at the same spot. If it was flat, you wouldn't end up at the same spot. Okay. Second of all, the moon, we've only been there once, supposedly. Okay. And we don't really have any, like, we only have proof of what the government tells us, right? Or what NASA tells us. Have you guys ever been there? Have you ever been to the moon? Any of you guys? No, you haven't been to the moon. Okay. So the biggest thing I learned is don't believe anything that you're told. Unless you have physical proof that something is real. You know? Rico said Jordan's the type to watch a documentary about Santa and believe it's real now. No, man, actually, I don't believe a lot of things that I hear, man. Like all this alien stuff, I would love if aliens were real, but I don't believe any of it. I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist, but I even think all this alien shit is bullshit. You know? We're living in a simulation, and aliens are probably perfect. We are living in a simulation. We are. I do believe in that. I do believe we're living in a sort of type of simulation. Have you ever been to Antarctica? No, I haven't. I haven't. That's a good point. I have not. 12 American astronauts walked on the moon, or at a movie set, 50-50. Fahid has to go to the place to ensure they exist. Yeah, man, you do. How far is the moon from Earth? 238,000 miles. Have I ever been to Africa? You guys don't get the point I'm trying to make. Obviously, I've never been to Antarctica or Africa, but we have like multiple thousands of millions of videos of people there. The moon we've only supposedly been to once, and it was the government. You know what I mean? It's you guys are making a completely irrelevant point here. You know, we have no citizen that has been to the moon. You know, we only have paid someone who's paid or funded by the government who's supposedly been to the moon. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I gotta Bitcoin's something. I gotta get the frick out of here though. I gotta get the frick out of here. I gotta get a long drive. I gotta be somewhere soon. I'm already probably gonna be late. But here's the thing, okay? I stand by my points, okay? That you see the Darth Vader candle here, okay? You see the Darth Vader candle? You remember how bullish we were up here? Remember, stop falling for the fake pump. I'm going to continue to say this. But anyways, I'm getting out of here. I'll catch you guys. I'll get you. We're gonna do a night stream tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow night. We'll see where we end up ultimately. At this point, I mean, we'll see that this chart kind of looks like absolute dog shit. So we'll see where we end up. Bitcoin's just been chopping sideways. So we'll see. Stock markets looks like they're taking kind of another shit right now as we speak. Dollar's still pushing up. Everything's just looking kind of nasty right now. So, it's a lot of the same shit. But, once again, stay up, stay positive. We got 6 months until the halving. I still believe Bitcoin's going to go lower before it goes higher. My point still stands, even though the chat disagrees with me. But that's okay, all right? Once again, we can still be friends even if I'm bearish and you're bullish. Alrighty? I'm out of here. Peace. Have a fantastic day, guys. Happy birthday to all you guys. Every day is your birthday. Every day is your birthday. And once again, like we talked about today, if you think you're in a bad place, you are not in a bad place. You are not in a bad place. Okay? Stay up, stay easy, grow some balls, get yourself out of whatever shit you're in, you think you're in. You're really not in any shit. It's your mind telling you you're in some shit. You're really not in any shit. Okay? Let's freaking go. Let's get busy. Okay? Let's get a cash position up to buy the fear or to FOMO into the altcoin. Well, not FOMO, but kind of FOMO. Or to go balls deep in the altcoin market when the time is right and stack more sats. I'm out of here, fellas. Later.